Hi, it's Phoenix, and I'm going to do a little dramatic reading from my play, Construct. It's going to be from the opening scene, and we will see how it goes. Um, so, yeah. Act 1, Scene 1. The play finds Lucky, a scrawny 12-year-old boy, at the entrance of a corporate building called Hyman Enterprises. The building is elaborate and wealthy. Lucky is wearing soiled and ragged clothes, and his face and body are dirty. When Hyman comes out, he is wearing the finest suit, with slick hair and sporting a serious, cruel temperament. Lucky, addressing the audience. I wish that I could be in a play, be a little kid as bright as a ray, speak poetry refined like Shakespeare, as innocent as what you see here. I'm just a kid that has no home, but that doesn't mean I feel alone. I have everything I need to live, and my kid poetry is what I give. The first stranger walks by, holding 2 muffins in his hand. Lucky, addressing the stranger. Do you have a muffin to spare, kind sir? First stranger, looking at the boy with pity and resentment. I'm sorry, kid. I wish I did. Then the stranger walks into the building. Lucky, addressing the audience. He had 2 muffins, but none for me. I guess because in me he sees misery. But that's okay. My life is far from over. My stomach will just rumble, and I will start all over. The second stranger walks by. He's eating a donut. Lucky. Hey, sir. Can you spare a few words? Second stranger. Words? What on earth can you do with words? Lucky. You can do lots of things. You can write poetry, sing songs, have a conversation. Second stranger. I have to go to work. I don't have time for songs or poetry, much less conversations, especially with filthy kids like you. Second stranger walks into the building. Lucky, addressing the audience. He could have spared any word of kindness, any at all. I wouldn't have held even the slightest resentment, as long as he tried. But alas, these people don't want to try. They're much too busy acquiring riches rather than wishes. Which is weird, because wishes are magical, while money is just, well, paper. It's a real shame, I have to admit. But hey, life is a game, and there's no point in feeling like a sore loser. That would be bad sportsmanship. Hyman walks out of the building at this moment, and hastily approaches Lucky. Hyman. How many times do I have to tell you that you aren't allowed here? Lucky. Until it sinks in, I guess. Hyman. I've told you already. I'm a very busy man, and I have a business to upkeep. I can't afford to have homeless boys like you tarnishing my reputation. Lucky. I'm just at the front. I'm not tarnishing anything. Hyman. You just don't understand business, and I suppose, how can a throwaway like you understand? But that's not the point. If you keep hanging around here, I'm going to have to call the police. Lucky. Smiling as though he'd heard a joke. That would be awfully rash of you, wouldn't you say? Hyman, with heightening annoyance. You can't win me over with your charm. Lucky. Maybe I can win you over with some poetry. I may not have the smallest dime, but at least I can speak in rhyme. Your words strike me more like prose, rough and sharp like thorns of rose. Hyman. Ha ha, very charming. No, but really, I can't have you here. You need to leave now. Maybe I can win you over with my intellect? Hyman. You don't have any intellect. You're a street kid, for crying out loud, who's never studied in school a day in his life. Lucky. I know that in classical drama, the high man would often fall from grace because of some character flaw, or according to Aristotle, because of hubris. Hyman. Yeah, like Oedipus the king. I get it. But I don't have any flaws. The only flaw here is you. As you well know, you violate Aristotle's theory about who the important person is in the play, which is always the person with the power. You aren't wealthy and well-to-do and important, just a poor, unfortunate, and broke street kid that can't even afford a bite to eat. Lucky. Food is overrated. Hyman, rather harshly. I really need you to leave. If you don't, I'm going to call the police. They'll take care of you. They'll lock you up for good and throw away the key. Lucky, with a hint of hurt emotion. At least then I'd have food and shelter. Hyman. If that's what I need to do, I'll do it, Lucky. Mark my words. I have no problem getting the authorities involved. Lucky, turning away rather sadly. I'm just worried about you. Hyman, his interest piqued, looking somewhat compassionate. You're worried about me? Lucky. All the great men in time fall, like the great societies like Rome. I don't want you to suffer, Hyman, when you lose everything. Hyman. We aren't in a play, for crying out loud. Lucky, but we can play? Lucky goes to a ball on the ground. The ball is worn out and flat, but it was once a proud soccer ball. Hyman, irritated but somewhat curious. What is that? Lucky, it's a soccer ball, of course. We should play. I often dream of becoming a pro soccer player. Sometimes that goal trumps my desire to be an actor. Hyman, looking confused. You wanna play? Lucky nods his head and then smiles happily. Hyman, with sudden anger. I'm not your father, Lucky. I'm a man with many problems, and you're just adding to those problems. I don't need that in my life right now, you understand? Lucky, feigning hurt, but some real hurt showing. I just thought it'd be fun. We could kick the ball around a little. You could get your mind off work. You could do something fun for once. Hyman, after some silence. I honestly don't know what to do with you, Lucky. I really want to help you. I really do. But I just can't. So I'm going to repeat what I've been saying. You're bad for the company. You're bad for my image and my company's image. If you keep showing up here, I'm going to call the police. If you don't leave in 10 minutes, I'm going to call the cops. Do you understand? Can you get that through that addled and confused head of yours? Lucky, now with real sadness. Yes, sir. I understand completely, sir. Hyman. Good. Now if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. If you're still here in 10 minutes, I'm calling the police. Do you understand? Lucky nods, then looks away. Hyman, seeming satisfied, leaves Lucky alone. Lucky, sort of to the audience, sort of to himself. I just wanted a bite of muffin, or a few words of encouragement. It gets lonely here in the street. Alright, and there's the opening of the reading and of the dramatic reading of my play Construct. And I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, thank you.